Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Now a dump-off here complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Here's Carson. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Lock now on first down. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Elliott on for the extra point. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here's Moore. He will return it. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Locke.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, and you think about the man in charge, their head coach, this marking his first ever playoff game as the head coach, and you wonder what's going through his mind right about now.
Brandon, I think we both agree that he's had a great season, and we wouldn't be surprised at all to see him get plenty of Coach of the Year votes. I thought he took the right tone in his weekly press conference. Played it cool, took the reserved angle, and when you don't have the track record, I think that's the exact right way to do it.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And this will be taken at the 13. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. Going deep here for Watkins.
And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
That's at least a couple of times that they've tried to stretch the field here in this first quarter. They haven't been successful yet, but obviously they're going to keep trying, and maybe they'll find some seams underneath as this game progresses.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Play action. Now it's Locke. Here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Darius Slay with a pick.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track. Someone's looking fresh in his own line.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter.
And the Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw again on second down. Block toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Bring it, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. It's been a long day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He lets it fly for Lockett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 26. And the Eagles are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he's got this down to the 35.
49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Quez Watkins.
35 yards.
And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll toss it out to Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. On play action, Locke. And now picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart.
And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hurts.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Here's Moore. He will return it. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now Locke on the bootleg.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Coming. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Clock going to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken around the 12. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, it's still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, watch the slant.
They'll look to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57 the mark. 57 the mark. Here we go, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
6 man. 56.
They go play action with Hurts. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception. Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
51 the mic, boys. 51.
Now Locke.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. About to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
First down, Philadelphia.
Got it. Ready? 56. Check 56. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Kill, 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 kill.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell.
And Justin Coleman brings him down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Ready? 56 to Mike.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
But Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football, over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. Here in year 1. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power.